So you and your brothers started off, and then like, okay, so about William, you guys started off at the same time,
Yeah.
and you were talking on that, on our mutual friends podcast that like if you guys were to go at it at a match, right?
Yeah, he'd win. He'd
Win.
Yeah.
What was the paths that you guys took? Like, how is your training different from each other's training?
Yeah.
I know you guys train together.
It's been
right?
different our whole lives, pretty much. Not gonna lie. So I've always been more of a just like think later, react now, and William's always been like think now so I can react right. So we have very different styles, like in life and in like how we approach jiu-jitsu. So we always grew at just like different paces and just different from each other. Like we were always in the same room training, like putting ideas off of each other and stuff, but we grew at our own pace for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we both started off kind of as guard players. Like we both got really good at guard, and then we both started having back problems, and then we switched to wrestling, and that made our back problems worse. But then we learned that we liked wrestling, so we kept doing it. And so now we're both like on top wrestling, create opportunities from that type of styles.
So you guys were homeschooled, but then did you guys take a separate, like go to a separate wrestling school? Or did you guys just do it while you guys were doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah,
like,
so
how did you
we
learn
never
wrestling?
officially did wrestling because homeschoolers can't do wrestling. I believe in some states, I don't know for all states, but in Texas, we weren't allowed to wrestle for schools because we weren't of that school. So the most we could do is like private club training sessions, which were like inconsistent. There wasn't much going on in Texas. Like if you're a wrestler, Texas has not the best wrestling. It's starting to get good wrestling. Jason Nolf moved out there. A couple other people moved out there. Mike Mao was out there. Mike Mao, something like that. He's an older dude, but he was out there back in the days. So just Texas never really had good wrestling, but we just kind of loved it. So we'd watch wrestling anytime like a D1 or like a good wrestler would come in. We'd do privates with Cody, my Asian brother from another mother.
Shout out Cody Steele.
Shout out Cody Steele. Yeah. He always liked to wrestle and stuff, and he liked to be on top.
Yeah.
So as we got to get to know Cody, we all just started, being on top and wrestling together, and that's kind of how it started.
Yeah, bro. Like the circle. What I noticed is that since you mentioned Cody, the circle, because I talked to Jackson Glass too. He was on this podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Jackson.
Shout out Jackson. Stud of a striker. I mean, I told him all the time. Man. He puts it on you, man.
He does. He is the dog in him, man. Like if you piss Jackson off, you'll just see him freaking kill someone. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was me. So I told him about that. I was like,
he's a cool kid though. He's really nice too. He's such a cool kid.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He was homeschooled and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been brought up very similar to me, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, all you guys. So that's where I was getting to, because the environment that you guys seem to be around, what I noticed is I'm starting to see a pattern. So Jackson had mentioned, right, in that podcast, I was like, oh, who's a big influence in your life? Well, in combat sports, like I trained with the Tackett brothers. You guys were the first that he mentioned, like Nicky Rod.
Thanks, Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson. And then Cody, obviously. But you guys are in the circle of just like pretty much killers. Like Cody's in the UFC now, right? And then Jackson's Jackson. I mean, he's next man up. You're the welterweight.
You are who you hang around, Like
dude.
We saw some, like there wasn't a whole lot of talent out in Texas back in the days, but we found some people that were really good and that had motivation, and we're sticking with these people. And that was Fight Factory. Fight Factory was so motivating. We're like, we need this, and that really brought us up together, Cody, William, and I, and Jackson and a bunch of other people, because we had a great gym, a really good professor, like not a lot of drama or anything, and we could just work hard. And then now we're all migrating out to Vegas,
dude.
So there's seasons, there's steps in life, and we made it, man. We out here.
it's I think from outside looking in, you could just kind of see it better from a bird's eye view. I'm like, these guys, when you start to notice the pattern, I'm like, all right, Andrew, William. All right, they're training with Cody, and then it's like a lineage kind of thing. I'm like, oh, no wonder. I was like, no freaking wonder, man.
Yeah,
and it's only like I see your stories at the PI now, right?
Yeah,
you're utilizing that, and So did you guys? I want to know more about that, because I don't think that gets emphasized enough about who you hang out with.
I mean, it's so true, because I would rather have two really good training partners than a full team that's mediocre. So it's like a lot of people, they'll move places for like a really good team and really good opportunities when they had 2, 3 dedicated, really hardworking training partners back home that they could have just evolved with.
Yes.
And I think you'll evolve faster with a brother that supports you and is super like motivating and challenges you. When you're down, he makes fun of you and then he picks you back up afterwards. Someone that you can just grind with. So I moved out here just to get back with my brother Cody, to get close with him again. And then it didn't help that the PI man is here. It helped that the PI was here. It helped that the UFC was here. It helped that a great gym like Syndicate is here. And I'm already learning like how much of dogs there is out here. Like the people out here, like the MMA guys, absolute freaking dogs. So those are the people I want to train with. People that are going to push me, people that are going to make me like sit in bed at night and be like, dang, I need to be tougher. So yeah, it's going to be a good season.
Was that the main reason why you moved out here, because of the environment, or was it like you said, like Cody?
I'd say it was probably because of like Cody. If Cody never moved out here or was never out here and he was back in Texas, my whole family probably would not have made the decision to move out here. We probably would have maybe signed with the UFC, but would have been like back and forth between Texas and here. But the fact that Cody was out here and that he's already created a life out here, it was just like, man, I got to go out there. It's like he's already doing it. It shows that it's doable. So it's like, man, I'm going full send now too.
That's interesting, man. When did it click for you that you had to make that decision to make that next move?
When they showed me the money.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I love transparency, man.
I was like, dang, that's a lot of
money talks.
I was like, that's a lot of money and that's a lot of opportunities. Another really big thing is just like the PT at UFC. Like I have a lot of great, if you're watching this, a lot of great friends back home, great doctors that have helped me out a lot. But just like the doctors at UFC are just so intentional with me. Like I'll talk to them and they'll get to know my body. They'll get to know my problems and then they'll pass it along to the strength and conditioning coach. And they'll all be talking in a circle about Andrew, what he needs to do to get better. And so it's like, they're just so intentional of helping me. And that type of support is just like, it's not worth all the money in the world, you if you have that support and people that are wanting to see you get better and push you, like Cody, someone that's going to, call me if I'm down injured, someone that's going to come visit me, someone that's gonna be like, nah, dog, you got it, keep going. Like that's worth it all right there. So the community out here is already so good. Like I'll walk into the PI and I'll see someone that just lost and I'll see like 30 people go up to him like, hey bro, you got it. Keep your head up, keep working, keep pushing, you're a dog, you're meant to do this, and that is just so powerful right there,
That is so powerful, man.
It's really good. It's really good.
Like, just kind of like a side story. It's kind of what I'm going through now since, I've started this podcast and, I've always been like a W-2 worker, right? I've worked in the food and beverage industry and I promise you this will tie together. But then some of my old friends now, it's hard because sometimes we show each other through tough love, like they don't say anything, but you need that support, man. You need,
you do.
When you're down, especially at a high level competition like you, and then emotions, say if you lose a big match, right? Or something. And then you're like having one of those days at a high level, you need people to actually verbally tell you to be like, dude, listen, you're one of the best. Or if you're not, then keep going because eventually you're going to be one of the best.
For sure.
Like,
I like tough love. I do, but there's time and places for it. I think tough love should happen when you've tried everything else. I think the first couple of steps should be talking, going face to face, discussing. If that don't work, then give some tough love. It's like I have a lot of people that will just start with tough love, and I'm like, why? Why are you so tough immediately?
Why are you yelling at me?
I know. I'm like, bro, let's talk first. And if we don't see eye to eye, walk away, and then start giving me tough love. And then maybe through that, I'm compelled to change. But everyone out here, the communication, the community, it's just so good. Like the church we found out here, I'm loving it already. It's so awesome. In my apartments complex, I've already had so many people come up to me and just talk to me for like 10, 15 minutes. Like at Syndicate, so many people being welcoming. I went to a Halloween party at Syndicate and everyone was just so happy that I was there. Like the community is so cool out here already. And that was my biggest fear because I had such a good community at Fight Factory. Shout out to all the people at Fight Factory. I love you guys. And, everyone that has helped me, as far as like the medical side, keeping me healthy. My community was so strong out there. I had a great small groups. I had a great church. I was so like low key, like afraid to move out here because I didn't know if the community was gonna be the same or if I was gonna find something that was gonna fulfill what I had in Texas. But it's already done that,
Yeah.
and thank God, like the stress is just taken off so much because I've only been out here a month and I've already found everything that I was looking for. So it's really cool.